no larger. This is a carry-on size, American Airlines size 22 by 14 by 9. Okay? And there's a big debate, and we'll talk about it a little bit, and now you can start asking questions, some people like rolling luggage. Some people like backpacks, okay? And there's advantages and disadvantages to both. I kind of like small carry-on size luggage, piece of luggage, and a regular book bag backpack. That's it. That's what you get to bring. No more. How in the world can you survive 6 weeks with that little bitty suitcase and one backpack? You can, believe me. Every single study abroad student I've ever traveled with, 100% when they get back said, I packed too much. Okay? You will have to go to the laundromat. Okay? And that's really where you have some of the most interesting, fun conversations with people, because you meet all kinds of people at the laundromat. You can either go to the laundromat, wash your clothes, drop them off sometimes if you're lucky enough. A lot of times that's very, very expensive. You don't want to do that. So you will have to wash some clothes. So one carry-on size suitcase. Now, when you're flying over to China and then you're flying over to London, you can check this bag, but it needs to be about this size, because when we're traveling on the train, when you get in the train, you have to be able to pick this up and put it over your seat. Okay? So everybody in here, ladies included, everybody, you, on our walkabout day, you have to pick up your luggage and show me that you can put it on your above your train seat. And our luggage walkabout day is the 24th, which is a few Wednesdays from now. So on the 24th at 4 p.m., everybody in here is going to bring their luggage. They're going to bring their luggage and their backpack, everything that they're bringing. And you can't cheat, okay? You can't bring like an empty suitcase. I'm not going to go through your underwear, but you're going to open it up. You're going to have everything packed in there that you're thinking. That means notebook, computer, charger, all of the things we'll talk about in a second. It's all got to be in there. This thing for carry-on cannot be any greater than 50 pounds. Okay? Any questions so far? Yes, sir.
I'm planning on taking a backpack, and it's significantly larger than that.
Good question.
What about the back?
Here's a backpack. This is one model. I use this sometimes. It has a little zip-in thing. If you guys have looked at Rick Steves or some of those guys. Some people, if you are actually just staying in hostels and you're traveling every day or every other day, this is something that, and this doesn't look very big, but when you open this up, it's soft-sided. This thing will actually hold a lot. Okay, so I'm not saying that you have to go out and buy new luggage. If you have a backpack, that's fine. But what's the one thing you notice about this backpack? Not too high, doesn't have stuff on the back, so you can't bring like the 2-week camping backpack that has the giant thing that sticks up and the trailing stuff down here and the side things over here, because when you get on the subway, what's going to happen? You're going to run into somebody and really tick them off. And I'd be ticked off too. I'm trying to go to work in Paris, and here's 15 Americans with these god-awful big backpacks knocking everybody down. So backpacks are fine. People like backpacks. They just don't need to be the giant ones. You know what I'm saying? How big is yours?
Well, I got 2, but I was planning on taking the 75 liter, which is pretty big.
You're not going to need it. I guarantee you it'll be too much. If you Caitlin Clark, she's in the graduate program, KK, I don't know if you know, she went, they can tell you, you need to pack light. That's what we're here talking about. It'll be too much. And what happens is, then you know, especially if it's really nice gear, you don't want to throw it away. Then you got to carry it around all the time. So, what you need to do from today until the 24th is lay everything out on your bed. We'll talk about it. You know, what do I really need? If you're used to camping, then you kind of know that because you got to haul it in and haul it out. But you know, what do I really need? I'm not going to take my whole wardrobe and put it in a suitcase. You know, what do I really need? So this is actually what a nuke carries something just like this. 6 weeks last summer, he lived out of this. I lived out of this for 4 weeks, and I had one just a little bit smaller and older. I lived out of for 12 weeks in Europe in 2000. So it can be done. It's not impossible. But backpacks are fine. You can't have any kind of metal frame solid part though, because your backpack will be checked. When you guys are flying on your free time, like Ryanair and EasyJet, you can't bring it on the plane, so it's going to be checked, and it'll get smashed to smithereens. So the thing about backpacks is they need to be kind of self-contained, where they kind of wrap themselves up a little bit. You don't want things flopping out in, because they will get ripped off. You know, I don't know if you've ever looked out the plane when people are loading luggage on and off the thing. They're just tossing it. And the things that say fragile on it, they throw the farthest, and they're always on the bottom. So my advice is, I bought this at Walmart. You know, it has a little Swiss thing on there, but I bought it at Walmart for $60. You know, you can go to Target, you can go to Best Buy, or you can go to Big Lots. You know, get you something. Whereas if it's, God forbid, you know, lost, you know, it's not. But you don't need a $400 Louis Vuitton, you know, suitcase. Same thing with backpacks. You really just want it to be functional to get you there and back, because if something gets ripped off the side of it, you don't want to be mad for 4 weeks and ticked off the whole time you're in Europe because EasyJet ripped off your, you know, your side pouch and your thing. Yes, sir. Anybody?
I have a duffel bag that's kind of the same size as your rolling thing. What would you recommend with that? I mean, I can put it on my shoulder easily, and then I have a backpack the size of the one you brought.
Is the duffel bag rolling? Or
no, it's not.
Okay, that's fine. Duffel bags are really good. You can cram a lot of stuff in a duffel bag that's that size. What I would suggest is, you can Google this and look at it, is to get a really good sling. So you can carry it on your shoulder, because it gets heavy carrying it through the airport. And then your backpack, you can actually just, you know, carry on the other thing. The reason I'm not a super big backpack fan is, if I got a backpack on my back, what the heck do I do with this? You know, I'm sorry, I just can't do the mommy, you know. I see students do this all the time, and I'm too old to go there. I'm not doing this. So that means I've got to carry this. Well, I don't want to carry it. I actually want to use the invention called the wheel and a fulcrum, and I want to sit it there, and I want to go like that. Okay, this is the way I travel. Hong Kong, China, doesn't matter. This is pretty much it. So backpacks are fine, duffel bags are fine, but I would get a good strap with a little padded thing right there, because you will have to hump it through the airport and up and down some stairs and all that. Okay, one more.
I know you said there's a weight constraint. Is there a size constraint for a carry-on?
Yes, 22 by 14 by 9. That size right there.
Okay.
And, you know, it's a little bit in the gray area. You'll see people where this thing's stuffed, and, you know, you'll see people in the plane. They're trying to, you know, this thing actually expands. They're trying to stuff it in the overhead bin. It won't work. I mean, if the gate agent chooses to enforce the rules, which sometimes they do, especially overseas and definitely within Europe flying around, they will enforce the rules there, is that little thing that no one ever pays attention to when you get on the plane, and they have that little metal thing there where you can just drop it in there to see if it fits. They usually enforce that in Europe. So if you're going easy,